Today we'll be reacting to Crappy Crowns. Your life is freaky, sexy, and Rome. Let's get it.
If you think ancient
Hey, ignore the hat. Bad hair day. Bad hair day. Just ignore it.
Rome was just poetry, politics, and philosophy, then you probably haven't heard how freaky a Roman party was back then. You're doing your business in a Roman public toilet.
Ew.
It's a long bench, no stools, no doors, just cheek-to-cheek bonding time with strangers. And when you're done, no toilet paper. Not even a few drops of water just to clean your glorious behind. All you get is a communal stick with a sea sponge attached, soaking in a bucket of vinegar. That's right, one sponge for everyone. You wipe.
One sponge. Ugh.
Dip it back in the jar and pass it along like it's a group project. So if you were gay in ancient Rome and no noble was eyeing you, this sponge was probably the only action you got. And here's the kicker. People used to gossip, make business deals and flirt while pooping. Yeah, that senator next to you is probably dropping a deuce and closing a property deal at the same time. You fart, he farts. Nobody blinks. Social anxiety is afraid of these guys. If you've ever felt awkward in a public restroom, just be glad you weren't in ancient Rome, where using the bathroom meant butt-to-butt eye contact and praying the sponge.
Alright, bro, can we move on, bro?
Didn't have
this is
pink eye.
disgusting.
And if you survive these public defecating sessions, something much more interesting awaits you.
Yeah,
You're at a
you
fancy
walk out there stinking like
Roman
crazy.
villa, thinking it's just another dinner party, and suddenly clothes hit the floor. Literally. Welcome to the Roman convivium, where the wine was bottomless, and so were the people. Senators, socialites, even emperors joined in. Caligula allegedly turned his place into a brothel. Nero married a guy, then married another guy, then killed his wife and made a sex slave dress like her. Men showed up with their wives and their mistresses. Women showed up with masks and zero shame. You weren't judged by who you slept with, you were judged by how hard you partied and whether your toga came off before dessert. It was sweaty, slippery, and smelled like wine-soaked goat cheese. But if this doesn't look too bad, this next one would probably change your mind. You're 19, broke, horny, and just paid your last coin to sit in a stone arena with 80,000 other sweaty Romans who haven't bathed since birth. In front of you, two half-naked men stabbing each other for fun. One of them's got abs that could slice cheese. The other, probably a senator's ex-boy toy who mouthed off once. The crowd is losing its mind, chanting habet, which is Latin for he's got it, aka bro just caught a sword to the spleen. And when it's time to decide if the guy gets spared, they don't vote, they do thumbs. Not gladiator thumbs ups either. We're talking real live or die decisions based on crowd vibes and bloodlust. It's the original reality TV show, except if you lose, you don't get voted off, you get your face split open with a trident. And the craziest part is, some
no, this is my fault for recording in the morning. Damn it.
nobles joined in for fun. Imagine Jeff Bezos cheering for the execution of his ex-employee. Absolutely unhinged. And if this didn't convince you how brutal ancient Rome could get, I'm sure the next thing would.
I always knew Rome. God, I'm so itchy. I always knew Rome, especially back then, was freaked out, or not freaked out, was brutal, and no one would want to live there. But damn, bro. Like, especially that beginning, that was disgusting. But, does that say vomit room? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Vomit room? Yeah. God, I'm never recording with that ever again.
You're at a dinner party, stuffed on roasted flamingo, fermented fish sauce, and honey-glazed mice.
Ew.
Then your host claps his hands and a servant walks over with a bowl. Not of food, of bath tools.
Ew.
Because in ancient Rome, rich people were too extra to stop eating, so they just purged and kept going. You're handed a feather.
Ew.
That's not dessert, that's your DIY throat tickle device. You head to the vomitorium, which, fun fact, wasn't a hallway, it was exactly what it sounds like. Stick that feather down your throat, pheasant, then casually stroll back in for round 2. Why? Because full stomachs were for peasants. Romans were like, hunger? Never heard of her. I just want more. And if you're wondering how Roman men got so good at tickling their own throats without flinching, let's just say the feather wasn't the only thing they were gag trained on. But you're still not ready for what comes next. You're broke and you need a job. So you take up honest work at the local Roman laundry. Day 1, they hand you a jug. Not of water, not of soap, but pee. Human pee.
Oh, I don't got time to put edits in this video, but this video deserves some edits. It's fine, Booms. We'll be fine.
Collected straight from the public urinals on every street corner. Because pee was the secret source of ancient detergent. The ammonia broke down dirt in togas better than anything else. And don't think you're doing this in private. You're out back, ankles deep in yellow broth, while toga moms walk by complaining their husbands left mysterious stains again. And Romans paid taxes on their own piss, literally called the urine tax. Emperor Vespasian...
So you have to pay when you pee. Oh my goodness.
...even made a profit off it, which is why some Roman public toilets were nicknamed after him. And the worst part is, some guy named Gaius keeps hanging around the piss tubs a little too long, claiming he's supervising, while clearly enjoying the view of your soaked tunic clinging to places it really shouldn't. So yeah, ancient Rome is a nightmare if you're poor, but it's not a treat for the nobles either. You just committed the worst crime in Rome, killing your dad.
Done.
Bad move.
That's
because
the worst
Roman...
crime? Killing your pops? I mean, either way, even if you kill someone,
law isn't giving you a trial or a timeout. No, they're giving you the pina collet, aka sack of shame. You're sewn inside a giant leather sack with a monkey, a dog, a rooster, and a snake. No joke. All 4 animals go in with you. Then they tie it shut and chuck the whole writhing nightmare into the river. No one really knows why those specific animals may be symbolic, maybe just Rome being...
because hungry?
10 seconds in, the dog's chewing your leg, the rooster screaming in your ear, and the monkey... Oh god, the monkey is humping literally anything that moves.
Oh, yo! Yo, what is the snake doing?
Including you.
Aw, damn it.
Meanwhile, the snake's slithering into places that should have stayed a one-way street. This is probably worse than death, but ancient Rome can do even better. You're a Roman lady, getting ready for a hot date with some toga-wearing stud who probably thinks foreplay is quoting poetry. Still, you're down bad, so out comes the beauty box, which is basically a biohazard kit. Step 1. Slather your face in lead powder for that dying of arsenic glow. Step 2. Crush up beetles for a little red on the lips. Nothing says kissable like bug guts.
You tell me women back in ancient Rome would grab live beetles, crush them, and spread it on their lips?
Then dab on some vinegar and powdered mouse bones to really lock in that dead inside shimmer. Oh, and brows? Forget tweezers, you're gluing goat hair between your eyes for that thick, luscious unibrow. One brow to rule them all. Romans thought that 2 eyebrows meant you were cheap, but one giant forehead caterpillar? Wife?
Bro, I'd rather go for this one on the left and the one on the right.
Material.
What are y'all thinking?
Then it's time for belladonna eye drops to get those pupils nice and wide and possibly lose your vision. Worth it though. Nothing gets a Roman man harder than a woman who looks half blind and fully possessed. But the real climax is when that Roman hunk whispers, "You look ill." And you know that means he wants to rail you like a war chariot in a back alley bathhouse. So, think you'd be thriving in ancient Rome or just choking on lead makeup and vomit?
Even before I knew all this, I knew I wasn't surviving. And wasn't Rome back then the most clean too, from what I heard? Yeah, if that was the most clean kingdom back during their time back then. Yeah, I will not survive anywhere, twin. Anyways, that's the end of this video. I'm going to go ahead and stop recording so I can get this edited, so I can watch football today, and y'all will get this video out. So, without further ado, I will see y'all later. Peace.